Hi, I'm Busy Lizzie, your friendly neighborhood vegan makeup artist, and today I'm going to show you how to do vampire makeup. So, step one, as always, please moisturize your skin, cleanse and moisturize, and I'm going to start with some foundation here. I'm using Catrice HD Liquid Coverage Foundation. I do want it to be a little bit lighter though, because this is a vampire look, and vampires don't go outside in the sun, so they're very pale. So I'm going to be using LA Girl Pro Color Foundation Mixing Pigment, and I'm just going to add this to my foundation. I've never used this before, so I'm really excited to try it out. I am just going to apply this to my hand and use my hand as a little palette to mix these together. So this is just the white color. This does come in a couple of different colors. If you want to make your foundation more cool toned or more warm, you can do that. So I'm just gonna add like 2 dropperfuls of my foundation to the back of my hand, and then I'm gonna add like a small little touch of this. I would say like this is gonna be 4 or 5 parts foundation and then one part of the white. So I'm just gonna mix this together on the back of my hand. I might need to add more of that white actually, yeah. I'm gonna add 2 more pumps of that white because I do want to look very pale for this look, but I don't want it to look clowny. I just want it to look vampire-y. Alright, so now that I've got it all mixed, I'm just gonna start applying this to my face. You can already see it's a lot more pale than I am naturally, which is what I want. I'll be blending this out into my neck as well. Okay, I'm looking pretty pale. I'm gonna use some e.l.f. HD powder just to set this now. So now that I've taken some of the life out of my face, I'm gonna add a little bit back. I'm gonna start with NYX Buttermelt Blush, and I'm gonna give myself a nice red blush here. I want it to be pretty dark. So I pretty much just fully coat my blush brush here. I'm gonna just go right in. Okay, you know what I like to do. I always like to go right over that with some translucent powder to buff it out. I just love putting on so much first so that I can cover it up, blend it out, and make it look a little bit more natural. But because this is like a Halloween look, I do want the blush to look very dramatic. Kind of scary. Okay, blush is done. Now I'm gonna go in with a decent amount of contour. I'm using the Wet n Wild Mega Glow contouring palette. I'm obviously gonna be using the darker shade here. And I'm gonna just go to town. I wanna look pretty hollow and sculpted here. I'm just going in with that brush that I was using to blend out the blush, and I'm blending that contour out. I do want to keep it looking pretty dramatic, so I'm not going to fully blend it out, but I want it to be less of a harsh line. It's still very noticeable. So, I don't know if you know this, but vampires do totally sparkle. So I'm going to use Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighting Powder here in Blossom Glow, just on tops of my cheeks. But I'm going to put a ton though. I want it to be very dramatic. Same with my nose. Right down the middle. And there we go. Now I'm going to do my brows. Now that my brows are done, I'm going to get into my eye makeup. So as usual, I like to use Glow Shots Ultimate in Grapefruit Glow as my base. Let me know if you have any other shadow bases that you like. This actually isn't even marketed as a base. It's really just a liquid eyeshadow, but I like it as my base because it makes everything stick to it nicely and it doesn't crack. Definitely use some things that are designed to be bases that make things crack, and I don't like them. But this has been my favorite. So I'm just going in and covering my lids and doing kind of a dome around them. Now I'm going to use some red eyeshadow. I am using a palette called Main Squeeze. I think this might be discontinued, but it's just a little red palette here. I'm going to go in with a pretty dark red. This one's called Red Bottoms. It's this shade right here. And I'm going to just fully cover my lids with this. I'm just going to go over that area that I used that liquid shadow on. So fully cover my lids, but also do like a little half circle around my eyes as well. You don't need to focus as much on the lids themselves as you do the area around the lids, because we will be covering the lids with black. Now that I've done that little half circle around my eyes, I do want to cover the bottom with a decent amount of this same color. So I'm going to take that color and just bring it around where the lash line is on the bottom, but kind of extend it even further down, blending it down. So as you can see, I've kind of connected the top shadow with the bottom shadow, and I am going to grab another brush here just to blend out the bottom even more. I'm going to blend the top out as well. You can see this brush is pretty dense and packed and small, so this is going to do a great job of blending. We really want a pretty soft edge. We don't want super harsh lines for this look. Now I'm just going to grab some black gel eyeliner, and I'm going to put a little bit on a Q-tip here. And I'm going to apply that directly to my lid. I'm just going to comb my lid only. I'm going to grab a flat brush and just get this in there a little bit more precisely. Now that it's on my lid, I am going to blend it out. So I am just going to use a kind of a fluffy blending brush here, eyeshadow brush, and I am going to just blend that black with the red. You can pretty much go right up to the edge of the red. You just want a little bit of the red still peeking through. Now I'm going to put some black eyeliner. I'm using a pencil here. This is just a Wet n Wild black eyeliner pencil. I'm going to put this on my upper waterline. Now I'm going to use my Wet n Wild palette here. This is the Lights Off palette. I'm going to be using just the black shade. You can use any black eyeshadow that you want. And I'm going to be just tracing my entire bottom lash line with this. Just using a flat angled brush here. I use that same brush that you used for blending earlier with the red to go in and blend that black into the red on the bottom. Now use your black eyeliner pencil to do your bottom waterline. I'm just going to go in with a Q-tip here and sharpen out this edge a little bit. Now that I've sharpened it, I'm going to go in and re-smudge it, but I'm going to use my eyeshadow brush that I used with my red shadow, and I'm just going to kind of blur that together. Just fully bringing it down from the outside to underneath. Now I'm just going to clean off this brush on a paper towel, and I'm going to dip it in my HD powder, my e.l.f. HD translucent powder, and I'm going to go around the edges to really blur everything out. Now I'm just going to pop some lashes on really quick. First, I'm going to start by turning on my heated eyelash curler. The lashes that I have are already curled, so I'm just going to put some glue on them really quick. I'm going to curl my lashes. Now that I have my lashes on, I'm going to use my e.l.f. Lash Extender Mascara on my top and bottom lashes on both sides. Now that my lashes are done, I'm going to do my lips. I'm going to start with my Wet n Wild black eyeliner pencil, and I'm just gonna outline my lips with this. I did a pretty thick outline. Now I'm gonna kind of blend it in towards the center a little bit with a Q-tip. Now I'm gonna use some red lip color here. I'm just using the Dragon Beauty little mini travel one here. I'm actually just gonna put it on the back of my hand because I don't want to put this directly on my lips and get black eyeliner mixed in with that. So I'm putting it on the back of my hand first, grabbing a Q-tip, and then I'm just gonna apply it with this pointed Q-tip here to my lips. I do want it a little bit darker around the edges, so I'm just gonna use that flat brush that I used earlier for my eyeliner on my lids, and I'm gonna bring some of that darkness down into the middle more. And this is the final look. Don't forget to add some vampire teeth for the full effect. Thank you so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you next week. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're into this video and you want to see more. Have a great day. Bye.